I'm Siddhi the She, and I'm going to talk to you about psychic vampires. The long version is psychic vampires exist, and they're not necessarily people in physical form. They may well be, to your experience, totally invisible, and most people in a rational world would say it doesn't exist. But if you are going to see, perhaps not with your eyes, but maybe clairaudiently, in other words, hear spirits and see what they're up to, you might experience psychic vampires sucking on your chi. Your chi is your life force. And you might find them using their abilities to hard you. In other words, make it so that your life is really hard in the world of people. If this is the case, if this is possible, if you're in jujitsu or karate or judo, you would want to find a countermeasure, something, if the psychic vampires are sucking your chi and using it to whatever they're doing with it, your choices are to give them the same amount of chi, to give them less chi, or to give them a whole pile more chi. Do you have unlimited supplies of chi? The answer is could be. If you are connected to source energy, you might have unlimited amounts of chi that you can, it's basically a high pressure fire hose, and you could high pressure fire hose the vampire. If they're very smart, they might be able to take that high pressure chi and still use it. It would mainly be for, weak vampires that are inexperienced, that you could knock them over with too much chi. Sending them the same amount of chi is not going to change things. So what if you stopped all the chi they're getting? Would they try harder, or would they go away looking for other meals? I don't really want them looking for other meals because I don't like psychic vampires at all. So I'm still looking for some other way. Ideally, if you could get the psychic vampire to connect to source directly, they wouldn't need to vamp you, but they still might if they've got personality traits of domination. I'm going to dominate you just because I can, even though I'm connected to source, and I don't. It's mostly just because I'm I was going to say stupid shit, but it's not stupid. They're very smart, cunning. It's cunningness, and it's just it's like playing a puzzle game. In other words, I'm a good chess player. I'm going to play other chess players because I get a good challenge out of it, playing other really good chess players. And maybe I want to improve my skills, and that's just the way it is. It's a game. This is the game. I'm going to be psychic vampire on unknown humans, and I'm good at it. So if you're going to have some way, they want to say a weapon. Well, maybe it's a weapon, but maybe it's just some other way of playing the game. You're going to need a lot of creativity. And, if you're telling these spirits what you're going to do, well, then the spirits have got a leg up and they can start trying to figure out a way to counteract what you're doing. So the idea is you need creativity to work so that the psychic vampire is blind to what is going on. And that way the psychic vampire, the ones around me can hear I'm saying creativity, create something blind. Well, is it happening or no? It's not time will tell, it's yes, something is. If you say to creativity, infinite intelligence through creativity, or as an aspect of infinite intelligence, creativity, will you do this for me? In other words, I want you to whack the psychic empire. I was going to say vampire. The psychic vampire on its ass to let it know that it's been caught doing what it's doing. A psychic empire is an empire, or amp as an amplifier. I don't know what they're trying to get at. Something there. Listen for things like words like amplifier and vampire around your world in the next little while, and see if you remember this video. And remember that nothing ever stays the same. Nothing. And the psychic vampires that are around you, they need a good whack on the ass, so they'll stop doing that. Maybe they'll treat it as a challenge. No one really knows. I'm Sidhi the sheep. Okay, you don't see me, but I am infinite intelligence appearing as infinite creativity, and I've been given the task of whacking psychic vampires on the ass. I also want to include other kinds of beings who are hidden to humans, who hide behind their invisibility. Not necessarily cloaks, they may just be invisible, but cloaks too. And I want the empire to have no clothes. Do you remember the story about the little boy who said the emperor was wearing no clothes? Well, if you don't, you can look it up on the internet. The emperor wears no clothes. So that's what we basically want to do, is strip away. Maybe I've given them too much direction. Maybe they want to be cloaked, even so heavily cloaked that they can't breathe. You don't see me. I am creative intelligence. Infinitely infinite. Am I playing against myself? Is it the psychic vampire who's also got infinite intelligence? And, infinite intelligence as this one versus that one? The answer is no one knows. In the end, you as a human are, sorry to say, in the middle. All you can do is let go. Dr. David R. Hawkins of Consciousness Research. Letting go is his technique. Is there other techniques? Oh, yeah. That's just the one that came to mind.